How's it going, everyone? KayneHunterTaker here, and welcome back to an episode of Kayne's Bedtime. It's been quite a chill month for me this month because it's my month off from work. So yeah, just been kicking back, playing some games, doing a bit of cleaning. I did my yearly cleanup, and yeah, I'm actually really happy with how it's turned out. I'm very glad, it worked out. And I didn't actually do too much this year, just because I was happy with most things. All I did was just take things off, get rid of dust, and the one thing I didn't get to dust is my towel. I ran out of the air because I was doing all my figures and stuff, but yeah, I got to get to that at some point. But the start of the month was a bit of a bummer in a way. I picked up an ear infection, unfortunately. It was around about the beginning, like right near the end of October, but then the beginning. One day but I got into a really bad habit of scratching my ears with Q-tips, and yeah, I ended up, I thought I'd clogged up my ears, so I thought, alright, I'll just get some drops, clear them out. Problem got worse. I started to feel like this, like, you get unbalanced, you got like swimmer's ear, and so I went to the doctor, and yeah, he said, don't do that, don't put liquid in your ears, like, especially clogging them up. And at the time, I thought because of that, I'll try and get some water when I was in the shower, so that was not a good idea. But yeah, he just prescribed me some drops. The issue was they were just inflamed and red because of me, and it was self-inflicted. So yeah, that was my punishment, spending the first week or so in not pain, but just fatigued, essentially. And because of that, I thought, right. At that point, I'd done my Halloween Halloween marathon. I got my figure combat all recorded, so I just binge edited that, and then I just started organising my room a bit just to try and keep my mind off everything. And I built some Lego as well. I'll show that in a minute. I was actually really happy with how it turned out, and yeah, now I'm all good. What was really bad, I tried to record, just do a recording one night, and I applied the drops and then took a load of Nurofen to try and, because my jaw was starting to be really inflamed, and it was like being seasick drunk. I was just playing there like, and I was doing things that was just so random. I mean, there was one point, it was Resident Evil Village. There was one point where what was it? I was running towards the stronghold. I wasn't even at that point yet. I had to go and visit the merchant, so I'm heading up there, and I'm like, wait a minute, what am I doing? So then I ended it that night, and yeah, that was a bit of a trippy night, but I'm all good now. I've been back on my recording schedule and just picking up where I left off, basically, like Pokemon trading card game, Resident Evil Village. Actually, I kind of jumped ahead with that one. I'll talk about that in a minute. And yeah, that's about it. First topic of discussion. So I did my room and everything. It was bulk rubbish at that time, like this time of the year. We just shit that you don't want, put it on your verge. A big garbage truck comes around, picks it all up, and you don't have to go and take it down the tip and pay to get rid of it. So that I took advantage of that. I thought, right, what don't I need anymore? What's something that, what can I clear out? I opened up a load of figures that I'd kept sealed. Like, these are figures I bought, like my parents and family bought for Christmas, and I never opened them because I liked them in the box, and I thought, just open them. So I opened them up, got them all displayed, look really awesome. The Yu-Gi-Oh statue or figures look really cool, but so they're about that big, but then they're in a box like that. So I thought, right, enough. I don't plan on selling them. Let's get them out, and if I do sell them, I'll go, right, what's your best offer? $30. All right, give me. So that was really fun, and got rid of a lot of rubbish. And what else? The movie popcorn tins. It was a really cool thing to collect, but they were starting to rust, and I just decided to rip the band-aid and get rid of them. And the Wonder tin, my Wonder Woman tin, I always used for like my random Yu-Gi-Oh haul. I thought, I can't do it anymore, it's really rusting. I don't want to put packs in and then it rusts the packs, if that even happens. And the one that, my first one was the Star Wars Force Awakens tin, and that was a really fun time. It was just seeing the movie. We finally got a Star Wars, and whatever your thoughts on that movie was, it's fine, but I really enjoyed it. I thought Star Wars is, we got Star Wars again, the movies, and this is like the first time in forever I've gone to see a Star Wars movie in theatre, and the popcorn tins were really cool, and fortunately I had to say goodbye to that one because that one rusted. But then I remembered that I got another thing to cherish. I bought like a gold ticket. Apparently certain theatres around the world were selling gold tickets, and I bought one on eBay at the time, and I still got that to remember it by. So yeah, tins are gone. And then a lot of Yu-Gi-Oh tins that, not so much from years and years ago. Actually, I already got rid of them because they rusted to hell as well. But just tins for like my unboxings. I wasn't using them, so got rid of all them. I just did a really big, brutal spring cleaning. What am I using this for? If I'm not using it, out. Get it out. And yeah, I saved up a lot of room. I got rid of a lot of books as well and comics. I wanted to sell them, but in this day and age it is so hard to sell. And it's like, do you want to sell them? Oh, tell you what, I'll just get rid of them. Now they're out of my sight. If it's how do I put it? I know you pay money for it, but someday you just got to say, right, get rid of it. It can sit in the corner for years waiting for someone to buy it on eBay or anyone to purchase them, but problem solved. They're gone now. I mean, obviously I wouldn't, if there was a comic that I had that was like $50, I wouldn't have done that, obviously. These are just issues from previous years and just ones that I didn't enjoy, and a lot of free comics as well. I loved a lot of free comics, but then there were some that were just sort of mash. I just got rid of all them, and yeah, I think that's it for that. Next topic is me and Luke just had another trip up to the retro stores. Absolute blast. Got quite a few cool games from this recent trip. That was actually another thing I did. I traded in a lot. That big pile I was always talking about, I decided to finally get committed and take them in and see if I can get some money for them. It was I got really sort of like, I second guessed in the end. As I was going through them, I thought, I wouldn't mind replaying that again. I actually got really back into trophy hunting. What really put it down on trophy hunting for me was the online ones, and once the server shut down, then you miss out and you can't get them anymore. Well, what I've started doing is making my own trophies. So with the magic of Photoshop, I've made my own little emblems of KHT trophies, and that's going to be my trophy system from now on. And the biggest thing for that is, well, I've got so many PSN accounts so I had my first one, got some trophies, some plats, but then because I played a load of games that I didn't want to get plats, because I was never going to get the plats for, I started a new account just to have like a clean shelf of trophies. I don't have a game on there that I haven't completed. Well, that went out the window when online trophies, especially for WWE games, was ridiculous, and I just lost the passion for it. And then that's when I started my YouTube channel, and I thought, sod it, I'll just won't worry about trophies anymore and just play games for fun. Recently I just fancy doing it again, and this time, so I kind of made my own system. So Plat Trophy, once you unlock the Platinum Trophy on PSN, the Diamond Trophy, I made this one up. Basically, I get that one if a game has online trophies and you can't get them. Well, I've got all the offline trophies, Diamond Trophy for me. So yeah, I'm sticking with that, and it's just been fun to just replay and get trophies again. And yeah, that's, where was I going with that? Sorry, drifted off. Oh, trading in the games. So yeah, recent retro trip. I got about $50 for my stack. Once again, it's just, I could have gone on eBay because there was a couple of PS4 games on there that could have got more, but yeah, I just thought, I'm not going to mess around. I'll just take them in, and what's the best price? And I said, look, if I can get $50, I don't care what, if there's rare ones in there. I mean, there wasn't rare one. It was all PS3 and PS4, and a lot of them were because I got PS4 copies of the games now, so just got rid of them. And yeah, and I think the reason they decided to go with 50 because I was going to pick up I got my stack over here, a really high priced game. So I said, yeah, $50 is, that's cool. We can do that for you, because normally they do like $1 per game, but yeah, I mean, they were asked, and I said, I was going to say 30, but I thought, all right, I'll go 50, see how we go. And yeah, they were really cool. You know, I always liked the guys up there, and really, me and Luke never have any problems with that retro store, and we'll be coming again for the foreseeable future. So yeah, really happy. So I'll tell you what, I'll just show you some of the games that I bought. And I tell you, and just going on with that, sorry. So some of the games I put back because I thought I can platinum. I won't get rid of them yet. Once I get the platinum, then I'll trade them in. Just a warm up. Rocket Power for the Game Boy Color. I love. Go that way. There you go. I love Rocket Power. It's one of my favorite cartoons of all time, and collecting the games for everything. I think I'm pretty close to getting a complete set, and I completed it. I actually finished it. I did my my marathon, video game treasures vol 2, and I actually finished it. So yeah, I did a full playthrough on it, and yeah, it was quite fun actually. It wasn't too bad. Alright, I was kicking myself last time because I had it in my hand and I put it back thinking I already had it. Turns out it was on the top of my list. I forgot my list, and they still had it, which I was happy about. Yu-Gi-Oh! World Championship 2004 for Game Boy Advance. And yeah, my collection's almost pretty close. I'm mainly focusing on the Game Boy Advance games of Yu-Gi-Oh! Because they're really awesome. They're really great games, and I'm planning on doing a playthrough soon of one of them because it's just really good. And yeah, almost complete. There's only a few more of the Game Boy Advance ones to get. Right, I've been calling this the Diamond Encrusted Crown because this thing that I'm doing with the retro video games is it's like treasure hunt. You know, it's, oh, I found a treasure chest, open it up, oh, there's some coins, there's some jewels, and then there's the one treasure that's just the most precious, and this game certainly is. Metroid Prime 2 Echoes. Now, so I actually played all the games, like I was saying. I had such a good time with this one. I've been trying to keep an eye out for the Metroid games. I mean, I wasn't the biggest fan of playing the video games, but I just loved the Samus character with Super Smash Brothers. When me and Luke first played that back in 2002, she was the first character I picked. I loved the build-up of the cannon, and unfortunately, I just never got around to playing any of the games. Well, I remember playing this, and I actually, when I was doing the recording, I found the area that I played like 5 minutes of. It was near Toys R Us. It was in Toys R Us, sorry. And you know those like big cabinets where they got the console in and a game that you can play to test? This was in it, and I played about 5 minutes, and unfortunately I couldn't figure out what to do, and I was like, yeah, I soon walked away because everyone was looking at me, you know, wanting a turn. I thought, yeah, screw it. So I don't want to look stupid anymore. But I never really focused on any of the games. Whenever a Smash Brothers game come out, I always loved playing the character. The first time I played my first Metroid was around 2017. Playing the first one of my favourite playthroughs. I had such a good time with that game. What was daunting was trying to find my way around. So I downloaded a map, and what I was doing, playing the game, and I was looking at my map. Right, where do I need to go? Here. I need this power up, and then once I reach the power up, mark it off. It's essentially like a treasure hunt, just looking for the good shit. So that was my first taste of a proper Metroid game. Loved it. Want to do a Super Metroid playthrough at some point, and now I'm just keeping my eye out for any of the games, and I'm spewing because I had Metroid Fusions in my hand when it was first released, and I put it back. I wish I'd kept and picked it up because it was essentially a remake of the first game, so I'm still kicking myself with that. However, I'm finally getting there. So starting off with something, you know, something big. It was 150. Got it for 100 because when I traded my games in, got $50. So yeah, it feels a bit better now that I've only paid 100. And I didn't want to stop. Once I figured out the controls and everything, I was just having such a good time with it, and I didn't want to end it. So that's definitely going to be a playthrough in the future. Cannot wait. So Metroid Dread, I had a really good time with that. I'm still debating if I want to do a playthrough though, or do I just want to play it in my own time, because I've been sort of cutting back on current games of recording playthroughs. I'm sticking to sort of retro stuff now, which I'm happy to do. Then I'll just play, you know, normal games in my free time. So I'm still debating on that one. I was really excited for this. We finally have a Lego store. See, normally our Lego we'd have to go through other stores, but it's so awesome to finally have an actual Lego store. We all these years and we never got one. And yeah, the family, we just had a day out over there, and yeah, I had a good time. It was really busy though. It was like one in, one out because of still COVID restrictions. So get in line, go in, have a look. I'll actually I took some pictures. I'll do that here. I'll start putting some pictures up, and it was like a candy. Oh jeez, being a child in a candy store, just seeing all this Lego, I was like, I want it, and yeah, I took a load of pictures. I saw the Mario set, which is really cool, but the one that I wanted to get, and I was so excited because they had it, and I was originally going to buy them online, and I wasn't sure if I wanted them because I thought they're going to be too big, but they are the perfect size. Alrighty, my first build, the Scout Trooper helmet. One of my favourite versions of the Stormtrooper. I love the Scout Trooper. Just the helmet looks really cool, and just they ride the bikes and they use the sniper rifles. And I was a bit worried at first. I thought it was going to be really big, but no, it's the perfect size. I actually got it displayed there, but I thought for the video I'll show. I want to get the other ones now. There was Darth Vader, Boba Fett, and I think a Dark Trooper, if I remember. I can't remember, but yeah, I want to get the whole lineup now. It's really awesome, and it was also good because it was when my ear was still like it was not as bad, but it was toned down. Excuse me, moi. There's my burp for the video. That was keeping my mind off from the ear, and yeah, I'm planning on some point getting the other ones. I'll tell you what, it was funny. So first experience, picked that up, and then we went to a Maya store, and Dad had found the Lego bit, and they had everything from the store. And he's seen the Scout Trooper, and he said, "Oh, that's $80. How much did you pay?" And I'm like, "I paid almost $200." Oh, I should probably show you. I'll be showing this one next. I haven't built it yet, but I thought that doesn't make sense. How am I paying that much? And that one's like, I forget how much I did pay in the end, but it just didn't make sense. So I checked my receipt. They charged me $2 for the Scout Trooper, so I had to walk all the way back. And I'm like, "Yeah, excuse me, you charged me twice." And then they give me one free coffee coupon to make up for it. But I noticed they had a big stack of them, so I'm like, how many errors are you doing that you got to give one away? So yeah, first experience. Double check your receipts just in case. But I'll be going back because I want to get the other helmets. But the other one I picked up, Jurassic World T-Rex skeleton. We were checking the store and they were sold out. But I went in, and they had it, and I thought, I want that. I still yet to build it, though. I can't remember the last time I built Lego. I should still have them. I put them in a box, I just broke them down. My first one I ever got, it was an X-Wing, 2006 Christmas. That was a great Christmas day, just sitting there, building my X-Wing, and once I finished, it was the best thing ever. Funny, like when my parents had guests over, and this is when I was still in high school and 50, they always wanted to show them my X-Wing Lego, and everyone was just fascinated with it. I don't know what it was about that X-Wing, but bonus points, everyone thought it was cool. And then I bought the Interceptor TIE Fighter. That one was really cool. I enjoyed that one. Then I bought a Halo helicopter. Yeah, because it was when I was at TAFE. We had a long lunch break, and we all just popped into Toys R Us because it was around the time Nerf guns were hitting the scene, and we were all trying to buy Nerf guns. And I was in the Lego section. I thought, oh, that Halo one looks cool, and picked it up. And yeah, that was my last one. So I love building Lego. I wish there was a profession where people don't want to build it; they just want the model. I would be happy to just sit there building their Lego. There you go, $50. That'd be great. Alrighty, figure combat. My first tournament uploaded. Had a blast with it. I'm so happy it turned out the way it did. I was a bit worried at first, thinking, oh, is it going to work out? Am I going to be able to, get all the matches done? And, am I going to bump into any road bumps and just gets to a point where I'm like, oh, just scrap it? No, went through the whole thing, got it all edited, and very happy. Got it uploaded. Very excited to get my next one done. I bought a load of new dice because that was the one thing that was bumming me out. I went with a random bag thinking I'll get a lot of variety. I got pretty much the same dice of certain ones, and it got to a stage I was using the same, like, I'd have two fighters, but then I'd have to use random dice and not forget whose was whose. So I just bought a lot of nice bagged ones, and from, I think I bought, I can't even remember which ones I bought. It was like Wiz or something. And then EB Games had a few sets that would look really cool. So I'm good for dice for the next few years. I don't need to buy any more. So yeah, looking forward to my next tournament. And will Casey Jones retain his championship, or will he be dethroned? I haven't read a lot of books actually. Just been jam-packed. I've been watching a lot of TV and stuff, but I got a couple I read through. And I've actually got some. See, what I'm trying to do now, especially with TV, once I read through it or watch everything, I will then put on Kayne's Bedtime rather than just do each little section I've read. One of those books, Dexter Down Under. Yeah, recent trip to the comic shop. Dexter, a new season's come out. I haven't actually watched the first episode yet, but I was browsing through and I found Dexter, and he goes to Australia. I was excited to begin with, but it got very... It was good, like, it's everything Dexter's about. There's a serial killer, they're trying to figure who it is, they find him, and there was a really good part where the killer catches him and he's working with a police officer, and she, you know, they're both trying to survive and they end up tricking him, which was really good. But geez, did they make it Australian. I'm reading through it and it's like every single panel, it's like, you bloody bastard. Oh, mate, you bloody bastard. Oh, mate, you bastard. I'm like, okay, we get it. It's in Australia. I mean, I know we can be quite mouthy, but we're not that mouthy. Frankly, I'm surprised that no one was called Bloody Bogan in that. Alright, not a comic, but it's an art book. The Art of Resident Evil 5. If I remember, my buddy Will got me for this for my birthday one year. Yeah, it was. Yeah, because he knows I'm a big fan of Resident Evil, he bought me this book, and I think it was around the time 2010, I think. It was when Resident Evil 5 was still fairly, you know, in the, how do I put it, in the gaming world. I don't think 6 had come, no, definitely didn't come out yet. 6 was 2012, if I remember. So yeah, Resident Evil 5 was still the big thing, and yeah, I remember reading it back then, but I don't think I finished it. So I read through it again, unfortunately, and sorry Will, but it started, things started peeling away like the glue, so I try to be careful. And yeah, it was a good blast from the past, really, just reading through it again, and I actually can't wait to do a playthrough for YouTube. I'm still working through my Resident Evil games. I want to do 4 next after I finish 7. Excuse me, what? But yeah, it's just amazing how the beginning stages didn't feature Sheva, and then Jill was essentially going to be the partner at some point. But what was cool, just seeing different variety. I mean, there was one enemy in here that I was like, oh, that would have been creepy. It was like those spider things. There we go. The oh jeez, I'm gonna butcher this. The boy chua, the spider thing. But just look at the one down below. Can you see? So apparently at some point, what they were going to do, and they brought it into Resident Evil 3, the remake, essentially, with the parasite nemesis thing that, you know, clamps onto your head and then takes over. So it looked like they were going to latch onto your face, and then it's like a parasite. Now they control, you know, your body and just feed off your nutrients. And I think that would have been really creepy to have that in there. It would have been really cool. So it's always nice to... I want to get some more art books now, like especially like with Resident Evil 1, 2 and 3, because you read these things and you think, geez, wouldn't that have been creepy? Because it reminds me of Man Spider from Resident Evil 1.5. There was going to be a spider variation where it's fused in with a human, and I thought that would have been sick. Alrighty, watched season 1 of Falcon and the Winter Soldier, or finished it actually. I think I talked about a few apps. I quite enjoyed it. I want another season. Bit of a slow build. There were some moments where I was like, oh, dragging on, but I really enjoyed myself. And the one character I really started to root for in the end, I forgot his name, the new Captain America. My jaw dropped with that episode where his comrade was killed, and then he ended up, you know, killing the guy for it. You know, he was my friend. And then he was, what's the term? Oh, I forgot the term. You know, and when you've done something in the war, you get stripped of your medals, your honours and stuff. And just the speech that he did, you know, you're punishing me for doing a good job. You are the ones who trained me to do this, but yet, you know, now you treat me as the enemy. It's like, well, mate, you got caught. That's what the problem is. So I was rooting for him in the end. And then when he made a return and redeemed himself to not let because he put the juice in him and it made him angry, but then it was like a decision, if I remember, to save the people that pretty much turned their back on him or kill the person responsible for killing his friend. He went to save the people, and I thought, good on you, mate. I really rooted for him in the end. Like, I hope we see more of him, because at the end it's like this agent or group hired him, and now it's like, you know, you work for us now. So he's got his honours and that back, and I was really happy for him. I was really, really happy. And yeah, and then I teared up with the final with I forgot his name, when Falcon, so there was the super soldier when Rogers disappeared, and if I remember, he did a war, he disobeyed orders, and it was like, well, Steve Rogers did it, but with him it's like, no, you're arrested, you're a war criminal, and then he gets experimented on, and then it's like, no one cared, no one even realised for years. And just at the end, where Falcon did him a statue and did a little part of the museum for him, and then he just started to cry, and I thought, yeah, that was really awesome, like, really beautiful. It made me cry. And it was like, finally he's happy. You know, for years he's been, you know, living in a really urban environment, just no one cares. And even like the Falcon, he's trying to I forgot his name, Sam. Yeah, he's trying to help him. You know, I want to help you. No one cared for me. Get out. So yeah, that was a really nice scene. And the part where Bucky finally told the truth to his friend that he killed his son, I thought, oh man, that's really hard. But it was a lot of moments that was really almost bringing me to tears, and I really had a good time with it. The one character I didn't really... They were really trying hard to make her look like she's the hero that should have been. Just the leader of the group that were causing the trouble. I just could not... It's like, there's a lot of moments where you're trying to feel bad for her, but it's like... But she killed innocent people. She didn't have to, but she did. You know, what happened to, you know, not being like the ones that you want to take out? So yeah, when she got knocked off, I thought, well, I couldn't get behind her with it. And yeah, just enough. I don't really know what else to say, but apart from that, I had a really good time with it. When Sam come down with the Captain America outfit, I was like, yeah. Now, I was confused, because I swear I finished The Walking Dead Season 10. Apparently there's some more episodes, so I spent the night just watching through them, and I thought, why did I miss these? I can't believe I forgot about these. You know, I remember talking in Kayne's bedtime one episode that I finished it. Turns out I didn't. When I was watching the episodes, I'm like, these episodes feel weird. Like, they feel very toned down and chill, and it just feels like everyone's on their own all the time. Like, where's all the group? Then it hit me. It's when the pandemic hit, and basically they couldn't film the next season. So if I got it right, they filmed these episodes to put onto season 10 to make up for the fact that they weren't able to record the next season. So then it made sense why everyone was on their own, essentially. And then now that I think about it, it was like, especially with the episode with Carol, she's trying to find purpose, and it's like her scene, and then I forgot his name, the dude who was with the King Ezekiel. You know, them two are having back and forths, and then her and Daryl are having back and forths. And I noticed that not one, like, there was another scene with 3 people together. Then it made sense. So now I finally got through season 10, and yeah, it's really losing it. But I want to finish it. I was there from the beginning. I want to end it, and I just want to say that I've watched through all of it. Mind you, I didn't do that with Game of Thrones. Yeah, we don't talk about Game of Thrones anymore. I forgot to talk about a horror movie for my Halloween Kayne's bedtime. The Stuff. This movie was weird. Very weird. Yeah, you have to watch it. It's very... There's going to be people that absolutely love it, but people that just do not ever want to watch it again, and I'm one of those people. It's just weird. I'll give you a short thing. These people find this weird goop on the ground. It tastes delicious. Let's sell it. So it's ice cream, but it's a parasite, so everyone's eating this goop shit, and it just gets creepy and just random. And yeah, I don't plan on watching it again anytime soon. I've watched a lot of junk, but geez. Alright. Resident Evil, Welcome to Raccoon City. I'm not impressed. Why doesn't Australia have any cinema releases for this movie? I really want to watch it. I'm really excited for it. Shocker, someone's excited for it. Why is it not in our cinemas? Come on, people who made this movie. Have you given up already? Do you think this movie's not going to do well? Mind you, people have already decided they don't want to, they hate this movie. But be fair. If you're not going to put it on streaming services, give us a chance. What, do Australia not matter? God, I'm really bummed. I mean, it's come out and I'm trying to, not see anything about it, but bullshit. It ain't fair. One, I hope you go and see the new Ghostbusters movie. It's getting me hyped, especially with that recent trailer with the old crew coming back and just the line, "Miss us," and I was like, yes, I did. Yeah, I haven't watched the first movie a lot, but I always do watch it. I got it on Blu-ray. It's the one movie I did pick up, and every now and again I will put it on and just watch it. And yeah, I'm hyped for it. And the new Spider-Man movies got me excited. All these villains coming in from different universes. I'm so hyped for this movie. I cannot wait. Got to get to watching the second movie. I haven't watched it yet. I mean, I've got Disney Plus. I just haven't got around to seeing it just yet. So I'm going to make a plan before I see the next movie. Because, yeah, unfortunately I never went to the cinema, which I'm a little bit bummed out about. I think it was just I was burnt out on superhero movies at that point. But yeah, I'm excited. I can't wait. And the one that caught my eye was Electro. He looks really cool now. I wasn't a fan of the Amazing Spider-Man. I can't get behind those ones. It just feels too. I know the Tobey Maguire Spider-Mans, they kind of felt like a Batman movie, quite dark and gritty. But Amazing Spider-Man went way too hard trying to be a dark, gritty movie. And I mean, there wasn't a lot of Spider-Man for me anyway. I want to see more Spider-Man, not Peter Parker. And then just the dialogue between the scenes sometimes, it's just say something. It's just very mumbly, and from what I can remember. And the one I was really disappointed with was Electro. I love Jamie Foxx's Electro, but just didn't like that at all. So I saw Electro in the trailer and I thought, he looks so cool, looks really good now. So that was one I'm really happy for. And yeah, can't wait. With wrestling, I was gonna cut it out, but I might just talk about some big highlights because I'm very happy with some of the results. Adam Page is now the AEW World Champion. So happy that he won it. And honestly, I was disappointed when Bryan Danielson, he won the tournament to be #1 contender. If Kenny had won, it was for certain that Daniel was going to win. Bryan Danielson, I'm going to get that mixed up. JR, you cursed me because he kept doing it as well. So I thought, he's going to beat Kenny for the title, but he's done a really awesome heel turn. I'm a big fan of this heel. I always loved heel Bryan Danielson. He had to think about it then. And yeah, when he kicked Colt Cabana's teeth out, I was like, ooh. So yeah, big fan of heel Bryan Danielson. So I look forward to that match now, and hopefully they don't have Adam Page lose in a month for the title. What else was there? MJF and CM Punk's feud. Jeez, that recent promo was very spicy. Holy shit. So I look forward to that match. Dante joins Team Taz. I'm a big fan of this guy, so I'm very happy he's on Team Taz, and I just look forward to what they have in store for him. Yeah, I want to see him become a world champion someday. He's just, whenever I see his in-ring work, I'm just excited. It's really awesome. And I think they're trying to put him, because are they brothers? His tag partner who's injured? Oh, I can't remember. Or they're just really, they're best friends. And they put him with, what was his name? Lio Rush. Now it's like they're trying to maybe push him towards a singles run. And honestly, I think he can do it. He did really well in his tag matches, but even his single, he's really good. So I look forward to that. And Luke mentioned this, and it didn't hit me at first. Lio Rush and Brian Cage might team up. So yeah, that'd be interesting. I almost forget, this was from I almost forgot the Halloween match where the Elite were dressed up as the Ghostbusters. That was so much fun. And just that song, who you gonna call? The Elite. I ain't afraid of no blood. It was really fun. But with the network, there was a really awesome, a little bit terrifying spot. So there was a match between DX and the Dudley Boys, and then Kane comes out to interfere. He did so well because there was a table set up outside. DX grab him and they throw him, and I thought he wasn't going to make it, but he manages to leap over the top rope, land right onto the table, and I thought, top job. I forgot this happened. Vince put Stephanie in a match with Jacqueline, the women's champion, and she wins it. I completely forgot Steph was women's champion at some point. And my mind went, oh, it was TNA versus the Hardy Boys. Albert did a sit-out last ride. So he had one of them up, he lifted them up, and then he went like this. And I'm like, did he come up with the last ride? But then he sat down and did it, and I went, oh, beautiful. It was really cool.
Off the ropes now. He walked into that one. And he's in no man's land. Look at the power of the 360-pound Albert. That's it.
And I finally made it. WrestleMania 2000. And to start off, because this is as far as I got, because I watched the end of SmackDown and then started on WrestleMania. Oh, that hardcore match was so hard to watch. Even though I knew what was going to happen at the end, it still made me go, So, what ends up happening, if I remember, there was a delay with the ref. I don't know if he was reading his earpiece, and I always wondered, like, why didn't you just look at the Titantron unless it wasn't there? So if I got it right, hardcore so Crash Holly's the current hardcore champion. You got to pin them to carry the title, and it's a 15-minute match. Smashes the shit out of him with a lolly jar. Goes for the pin. So hardcore's going for the pin. The ref counts. It's like 4 seconds. 1, 3, 2, 2, 1. Stops the count. And then the bell rings, and then it was so hard to watch. I thought, because I knew what was going to happen, it was going to be easy, but it still makes me cringe, and you can just see Hardcore going like, oh, what happened? Oh no. Because then it was, apparently Crash was supposed to win it, but then Hardcore won it, and God bless JR, he tried. He really tried. So King's like, we need to see the replay. We need to see the replay. Obviously, someone's on the earpiece, telling them, save it, try and recover it, do this. We need to see the replay. So there's a replay, slow count, 1, 2, JR. Crash's shoulder went up. Crash's shoulder went up. No, it didn't. No, it didn't. But God bless you for trying. Oh, just cut away. Now, I've watched a lot of videos of WrestleMania 2000, like Wrestling with Regret, Wrestling Bios. Big fan of those guys, like What Culture, and just talking about this moment. The McMahons really take over WrestleMania, and I started to really understand it because the network I've been watching since it's taken me 4 years or so, because I just watch it every now and again when I'm exercising, and so I've been watching the whole product since '99, Raw, SmackDown, every pay-per-view. I understand 100%. It just seems like, so WrestleMania 2000 is going to happen. one McMahon comes in. Shane McMahon, Big Show's my pick to take out the champion and be champion. You know, Steph's involved with Triple H. Then Vince McMahon gets involved with The Rock. Then Linda McMahon out of nowhere with Mick Foley. So I get it now. It's not really about the wrestlers. It's about the McMahons, especially with some of the final nights. And it's like all the McMahons are getting involved rather than the actual wrestlers. And yeah, I get it now. Oh, I can actually skip past this. I talked about the trophy hunting that I'm doing now and what I'm planning. I might actually put my emblems in. I'll do it when I did talk about, you know, just what, you know, what I'm doing. Made them in Photoshop. And yeah, I must not forget. So at the end, I'll discuss what I'm planning on doing with Kayne's bedtime, and the trophy hunting actually, you know, it's a good point as well, how I'm going to do it. Jumped into Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order. Yeah, just collecting all the trophies. Such a beautiful game now. Now that I've completed the game, got everything I needed, it's easier to go and collect everything now. And Luke's already done it. He's played it and said it was a really fun game to play. And I found some new areas that I didn't have on the map. So yeah, there's so much game here, and I'm so glad I stuck with it. Like when I had my, you know, little hissy fit over it, you know, it's bullshit. I'm trying to collect everything where I shouldn't have done that. So yeah, great game. I actually jumped into Outer Worlds. I finally started playing this because it's been on my list a while to have a go. Dad actually picked this up and he played through it, and then he said, you know, have a go. Yeah, I'm struggling a little bit. I think what it is, I know it's a different company. It feels like Fallout and that kind of thing, but it's a bit, you know, it's got other things to it. But I think the problem is I'm more of a Elder Scrolls kind of person when it comes to these kind of RPG style games. I mean, I had a good time with Cyberpunk. You know, what I'm basically going with is, you know, I'm just not a fan of FPS shooters, you know, in this style. And see, Fallout 3 and Fallout New Vegas, I did give a good whack, but in the end, I just thought, I just don't want to play it anymore. Same with Fallout 4, and I actually almost traded that in my Pip-Boy edition, but in the end I said, no, it was good memories with that when I pre-ordered it. It was really fun, just Fallout 4 was really hype. But it's just the same with this one. I got through a bit of it. I think I got about through 5 hours, 6 hours. I found the town. I settled the dispute where people left, and then you had to choose which power you wanted to do, and I chose the other one. And then the woman got pissy with me, but then I convinced the douchebag that upset everyone to leave, otherwise I was going to kill him. So yeah, I did that, and then I did a few side stuff, but then I haven't picked it up again. And I just said to Dad, I can't get into it, unfortunately. And what he didn't like, if I remember, just the equipment, because he loves collecting equipment and getting armor set, and the companions he was a bit bummed about or something, where you can only have 2 at a time, if I remember. I don't know, but I said to him, yeah, look, I'm kind of struggling with it, but he actually finished it, so, you know. But yeah, I think I've finally decided that I just love medieval style games instead. My first Diamond Trophy, WWE 2K15. All I needed with this game for offline was to win the WWE title in career mode. Luckily, I had started a career mode a few years ago, so because I did a playthrough on it for YouTube, not my KayneHunterTaker character. I started a new one and did a really fast wrestler to just go through those matches quick. And I was halfway there to get the WWE title shot, so I just picked it, though it was easy to get back into. But it still took me like 2 in-game years to get a shot at the WWE title, and I finally did it. I got the last offline trophy, and yeah, I can officially say I've got all the trophies. Can't get the offline ones anymore because the servers are down, which is why it's bullshit having online trophies. Don't agree with it. Get rid of them, because I did that one. WWE 2K16, jumped into that one. Oh, this is a slog, this one, especially the career. I was so dumb. I spent all my points on stupid shit because you got to get all the abilities and all the skills. I was reading out that people saying don't spend it, get as much as you need to buy everything, and then just reload your save game, do a cloud save. And I thought, fuck, why didn't I think of that? And I just spent all my points trying to upgrade Titan, because I just decided to pick up from my YouTube playthrough when I did it with that Titan. And yeah, this is going to take a while. Finally, jumped into Oddworld Soulstorm. Yeah, I unboxed it months ago, but just unfortunately, it was around the time I started doing other things, and then like Halloween was around the corner, so I had to plan for that. So I finally had a go at it, and yeah, it's definitely different from the Abe games I used to play, but I had a good time with it. It was really fun, but I'm not going to do a playthrough on it. Just like I was saying earlier, with the games of today, I'm just going to play through them in my own time. I'll do it first hour or so, just playing through it, and yeah, it was really fun, and I'm loving the cinematics for this game. It just feels I feel very attached, like there was the scene where he finds one of a wounded Madukan, and Abe, it's you, oh, you gotta save us, and Abe's like, I don't know how, and I'm like, oh, Abe, come on, I'll help you, and yeah, then just playing through it and fucking around with the sleeves was really fun. So yeah, glad to finally have jumped in. This one I put a lot of time into because I wanted to do another run of the game. Resident Evil Village, did all the mercenary stages, got the double S ranks that I needed to unlock the Elziantra, the lightsaber, and jeez, there was a lot of nights where my controller nearly went through the TV. The mercenaries in this is a bitch, especially the factory. That gave me a run for my money, and holy shit, finally got through it. So now I'm just doing a final run through the game to record for YouTube, doing the knife only run so I can get the platinum trophy, and just using the lightsaber to hack through everyone. And I thought, I worked bloody hard to get this, I'm definitely recording it. So yeah, I'm almost finished. I just reached Chris, and I'm going to fight Heisenberg, and one more session I'll be finished. Just unfortunate, I don't know is there any planned DLC coming out for this game, because yeah, I haven't really looked up anything. So yeah, I'm almost finished. Also jumped back into Pokemon the trading card game, unlocked another medal, which is awesome, but oh, I'm getting my ass kicked with some matches. There was one thing, I was just so dumb, I didn't realise what was wrong. Because my deck's got a lot of fighting Pokemon, I'm fighting these scientist dudes and they use a lot of flying. I'm trying to hit the Pokemon and it keeps saying like resistance. I'm like, what do you mean fucking resistance? It's not weak to fighting. I was misreading weakness and resistance. Resistance, there it does no damage, whereas weakness takes off half, and I was like, oh, I'm so dumb. So yeah, next session I've got to work on my deck. I don't have a physical copy of this game. I downloaded the demo of a game called Shadowverse, another card game, and I just fancied a different card game and seen this one, and it was, I think it's like $70, but I thought there was a demo, I'll give it a go. I quite enjoyed it, and I didn't realise how big this Shadowverse was. Apparently it started off as a mobile game, and then they adapted it into an anime, so the card game is this thing that this anime, like the characters in the anime play, almost like Duel Monsters. It was a thing created, and then in the Yu-Gi-Oh world, Duel Monsters was created. So yeah, I had a really good time with it. Very fast pace, and the demo was fairly lengthy. I was able to duel so many people. I'm not going to buy the full game. I might wait a bit for it to go down in price, but yeah, it was a really fun little game, that one. Really had a good time with it. And the characters were really really fun. It was just really really uplifting. Everyone was just in good spirits, which is always nice to see. I mean, usually you get the one character, oh yeah, my family used to play this game. What happened to them? They moved on. Alright, I've got one more game to talk about before I get into that. I dug out my Nintendo DS and my 3DS. Oh, so many good memories with these, especially the DS. God, I got this in 2007, Resident Evil DS. God, I love that game. That's all I played for months, and yeah, I loved this thing. Spent so much time on it because I could also play my Game Boy Advance, and that's the reason for this topic. When I was doing my video game marathon, for some reason Game Boy Advance games aren't going through it, so I had to do the emulation trick with the SD card in the Game Boy Advance game. Excuse me. And I thought, oh well, the games don't work. So I dug out my DS so I could play the Game Boy Advance games on them, and they work. Thank God for that. But after doing that, because the night was sort of a bust, because I spent so much time trying to figure out what was wrong, I decided to clean them up because they were a little bit dusty and grimy because I put them away and just now picked them up again and started playing some DS games again, especially this one, Dragon Ball Z Harukanaro Densetsu, if I got that right. Card game, funny enough. I got this in 2007, 14 years? Yes, about. Still haven't beat the bloody game. It is so difficult. So the idea of the game is, so you Dragon Ball universe, but you do card battles, and it's like a field, and you got to face everyone you see. The game is not very nice when it comes to checkpoints. So you just would have beaten a really tough opponent, but then the game keeps going automatically, and then this other person challenges you. You just scrape by. You got a little bit of health left. Knock them out. No. Now you got to beat this person. Game over. Do it all over again. And you can't skip the dialogue. You got to button mash. And I just remembered why it took me so long to beat this game, because I pretty much just rage quit because some of the events are so bullshit. But then I started to realise, right, I need to start planning my moves a bit better, because you get counter cards, and the opponents you face, you just know they're going to have powerful cards, so you counter and you try and build up your hand so you're ready for the match. So this, I was doing Gohan versus, so you got to take the Dragon Balls from Vegeta, but then he attacks you, and then you got to face Frieza like 3 or 4 times. Finally beat it, and I can move on. So yeah, I was very happy with that. But I'm just happy just going through my DS games again, and I found. And another thing I was doing, I'm filming a series of my game collection. I started with a Game Boy Advance, and I just thought I really want to play some of my Game Boy or DS games again. And I've got so many to play and to finish. And I've also got one DS game I really love playing, but it got so hard, and I ended up having to rely on some walkthroughs. Phoenix Wright. I'm on the last case, I think, and just got to finish it. But when I get back into it, I'm going to try and do it, on my own. And if I struggle, I'm just going to look at a walkthrough, because, yeah, that game can be quite challenging. And I actually picked up the second one that I never played, and yeah, I look forward to it. I mean, I've got my DS charged every night now, and my Game Boy SP, it's seen some battles, but it's hard to charge now. And I thought, well, I'm not playing a lot of Game Boy Color games, but they work on the Retron, no problem. I never have problems with them. The DS can play Game Boy Advance games, and the 3DS can play DS games. So, yeah, it's a handy little handheld to sort of keep on your collection. So, yeah, very happy. And honestly, my 3DS is in pretty, good condition. Not a lot of scratches, and I miss when you get really cool ones. This red one was really nice. Funny story, the only reason I bought this was to play Resident Evil Revelations, because I was going to skip over that. I thought, I got my DS, no problem. Resident Evil Rev come out, I'm like, where can I buy one? And yeah, I ended up buying the 2-handed controller to play the game, and I never finished it. And it's actually on PS4 now, and I got it, so I don't need to play it on the 3DS anymore. I think what it is, and I was explaining to Luke, I said, the Switch is good, but sometimes you just want to play a handheld game. A game that you don't need to really focus your attention on. A lot of games for the Game Boy and all that, you didn't really need to be on alert, essentially. Whereas the Switch, sometimes you really got to, I've got to pay attention, Whereas DS, just kicking back and playing. And that's what I'm going to try and, do from now on. Just take a break from the Switch every now and again and play some DS stuff. So talking about that, Metroid games, there's a few on Game Boy Advance, like Metroid Fusions. If I can find that, I'll be so happy. Alright everyone, that's an end to this episode of Kayne's Bedtime, but before we go, just what I want to talk about is, I'm going to change it up a little bit, see how I go. What I do, so if I do something within the month, I'll note it down. So I played some games, did some recordings, all that stuff. What I did with this marathon of video game treasures, I actually recorded my reactions before and after. So while I'm playing, I had my camera there, and I'll be like, okay, up next, I'm going to be playing this game and see if it works. And then at the end, not a bad little game this one. Had a good time. What I want to do now is, so rather than save it all for one episode, because what it is as well, talking for long periods of time, it's getting really hard now. And originally this was supposed to be like a 20-minute video series, but then I got too excited and just wanted to talk about a lot of things that I do every day. So not around midnight, but after I probably get home from work, or just around 8 o'clock-ish, or after I film a recording session, I'll bring out the camera and I'll do a vlog just to talk about what I did, what I've done, my reaction to things like AEW. After I finish watching it, I'll film the reaction, and I'll do it like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, put it all together, and then what I'll do is Kayne's bedtime. Yeah, how's it going, everyone? Kayne's bedtime. Alrighty, jam-packed week this week, or fortnightly, or however I'm going to do it. And this is what happened, and here it is. So then I'll put those videos over, and then at the end I'll say, I look forward to this thing. Do you see where I'm kind of getting at? So I'll talk about, a mini intro in this style, and then put all the videos together. So I'm going to try this week, see how I go, and what it is, I kind of made it too much. So games, video games, wrestling, TV, movies, and just trying to fit it all into one night just gets a little bit hectic. So I'm just going to break it down a little bit, see how I go, and I look forward to it. I'll tell you what the first thing's going to be, I'm going to do, Monday. I don't even know how to do it. Maybe I'll do like day 1, day 2, day. So I go. First thing I want to do is do a little quick vlog of my new setup in my room, because I've got a few things different now. So that'll be the first thing, hopefully. And I think that's it for this episode of Kayne's Bedtime. Thank you all for watching, and you all have a good night.